Hello, everybody. It's your boy, recklessray, Dinero, back in the building. It is Christmas. Merry Christmas, 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 Christmas. Made you guys a beautiful little thumbnail for the video. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, drop a like in the comment and tell me your thoughts, because I've been playing around. I've been learning how to do stuff. We're rolling out a bunch of things for the new year, and it is going to be awesome. But today we are here to talk about crypto. But before we talk about crypto, we want to get the housekeeping done. If you did not know, I am active on the daily in the Patreon group. Not my Patreon group, but the Patreon group, the Bag Chasers. Shout out to the Bag Chasers. You will be getting this first. With that said, the link for that, it's the Anton Daniels Patreon group, the Bag Chasers. Bunch of great stuff going on in there that people should probably be privy to, exposed to, networking in. Opportunities abound in that group. The link to that is in the description. For those who are not in the Bag Chasers, you will be catching this on Wednesday. Obviously, Christmas edition. Happy belated Christmas to those of you who are going to be catching up with me on Wednesday. For the Bag Chasers, you will be getting this on Christmas. Merry Christmas. Let's get into it. This video may not be as long as the rest of the videos because A, it is Christmas, B, not a lot going on. Market's a little bit down sideways. It's been doing that all week. But these are the moves that we made this week. This week, as you can see, the Ethereum position has kind of grown shrunk. Grown shrunk because we bought more Ethereum, shrunk because we bought more other stuff. As far as my degen income play goes, put a little bit more in that. I'm really looking for something else to backfill this with, but there is a little bit more in there. Obviously, synthetics has taken a hit. We are definitely down on synthetics, but it is also producing income, so we're not really that worried about it. The swap fish position, little bit of a hit, not a huge bit of a hit. But it's rolling into the beginning of the year volatility, so we're not even worried about that. The new position that we added, getting back into some of my old positions. So we're the way that I'm rolling this out, we're doing something risky and then something that's a semi midterm long. So the swap fish, that play, very short term. We're eyeing it weekly, daily, by the minute sometimes. It just depends. I'm looking at it. I take a cash out on that literally every day because it is a highly volatile position. It requires a little bit more tending than some of my other positions, but so far so good. I've been using the exchange. I do like it, and so far as Arbitrum goes, that is my exchange of choice right now because I am involved in the project. It's not saying everybody should use it, but it is pretty simple to use. Very reminiscent of Uniswap. Decent liquidity on there, and the fees are low. So really can't complain. Synthetics obviously took a hit. We added in the curve, and we've got that staked, so it's Y curve. That position will be growing. That's going to be a longer term position, so it's going to have a heftier amount of exposure, obviously. So it's a single staked asset, really easy to get into, get out of. Most of my positions are pretty easy to get into, get out of. The most, I guess, strenuous of those would be the synthetics. But we've also got a little bit of a cash position growing here in the USDC coin. Reason being is as I'm pulling off of these more risky plays, as far as the farms go, we are actually, instead of just letting that continue to compound like I did last year, I ran into a lot of big issues on that. I am converting those gains into a cash position, so that way I have a cash pool accruing. I have made myself a set demarcation point on that for when it hits a certain number, then I go looking for a position to put it in. But as it sits right now, we are not there yet, but that cash position will be fluctuating. You'll see it pop in and out all year long, which is pretty cool and exciting. So, as far as what we've got going so far, there we have it. Um, on the synthetic side of things, there's a we've got a little bit building out here. As far as the SUSD, this will be growing much faster just because the APR and what it pays out per day is much higher. Outside of that, I think that's where we're going to be at as far as what we've got going so far. I'm pretty excited because the more that I go through here and I'm jockeying these positions, I'm really being pushed since I'm actually following the process. Even on the shorter term plays, it's forcing me to really dial in and run the numbers on how often I get to pull from these pools, what I'm doing with the funds that are getting pulled, because most likely this position, at least until I pay my loans back, which, oh yeah, that's the other thing. Third Alchemix loan this week, which obviously those are getting a little bit easier to do every time. It was pretty cool. It's nice to see the ETH accruing in there. So obviously this position, first and foremost, will be going back into paying that down, which is going to be cool. I think I'm probably going to do a quarterly pay, so there might be some intermediate positions while we're waiting to make that payout, just because like I don't like throwing in a little bit at a time, but we'll see. It'll either be a monthly deal or a quarterly deal, one of the two. It just depends on, like, because like when I'm paying stuff off, I like to see the numbers move a little bit. But with that said, we can scroll down here and see some of the other stuff that I'm looking at, which is mostly stuff from last year. I thought I was going to go into a position on wine. That's actually going to get removed from this portfolio, which we'll do right now. Alchemix is coming back, so I'm utilizing that platform, so I'm probably going to find some way to invest therein. So I'm keeping that on here. Obviously, more curve. That's gonna be happening in the future. I'm going to be looking at my Osmosis and Atom positions. Obviously, Chainlink, Polygon's on there. Not sure how I'm fitting this one in yet. I do want some for the bull run, but I don't like using that chain. And I'm just going to be honest, it's probably my least favorite chain to use. Every time I'm on there, I just get frustrated. It's not fluid in my experience. And like, I've had other people tell me that it's great, and I'm just like, I don't think you've done too much DeFi stuff, because it's not. And in all honesty, like, post Ethereum upgrade, it still feels clunky. And like, even after the upgrade, when I use that chain, I don't have a good experience personally using it for anything that I use it for. Any of these chains, because I use all these chains for the same thing, which is staking, yield farming, and minimal amounts of exchanging and NFTs. And that's all I'm using them for. It's like pretty base functions. So interacting with smart contracts, stuff like that. But for some odd reason, Matic specifically, I do not have a good user experience there. It's not fluid. Like, literally every other chain is fine. It's just this one. And it's very infuriating to me, because I really want to like it because of all the traction that they're getting, because I think it's a good investment, because a lot of people are building on it. I'm just not getting out of it what I need to have to make me want to use it. It's just, there's certain chains, you get on them and like, they're just so buttery smooth. The transactions are fast. You know what to expect. There's no hiccups. Your transactions don't lag out into infinity. And they're just good to use. Very rewarding. And I've been spoiled. And now when I go to a Matic and I'm on that chain and it's not gratifying, my DeFi snobbery comes out in full force because it frustrates me. And it just makes me not want to have not want to have my money there, and B, not want to use it. And so I tend to kind of go around it, but like coming into a bull run with it sitting under $1, I'm probably gonna have to at least bite the bullet and get me a bag, which will probably sit on an exchange because I have nothing else to do with this token besides trade it out once the bull run happens, because like it should perform well in my opinion. But my opinion really doesn't count for much because this isn't financial advice and this is just for entertainment. But that's all we've got for today. Thank you for listening to my rant about using DeFi on different chains and how sometimes it's not as gratifying as on other chains. With that said, if you want to support the channel, look down in the description. There's a bunch of opportunities. If you're new to the crypto market and you are just starting out, there's a bunch of things that can help you that have some sort of benefit when you're signing up for stuff. Obviously, benefits me as well, but it benefits you. Also down in the description are ways to support me. There's a couple of links if you want to throw me some crypto tips, you throw me some CashApp tips. Tips is tips. You know, Merry Christmas, send some of that my way if you want. That helps. Free things that you can do to help. Like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely share this with your friends. Have your friends share it with their friends. And have their friends share it with their friends. Likes and comments specifically help the algorithm. We're going to have some really cool stuff coming up. So this week specifically, there will be some day of launches. Most likely on Tuesday, I will be dropping a few pilot videos for some of the other channels. If you look on my page, you're going to see those playlists. They're going to be empty, but I'm going to roll out all the playlists for all the things that I'm planning on content-wise releasing over this year. And those are going to be running playlists much like this one. They'll probably each have their own day throughout the week in which they will get updated. Or actually one of them will be monthly. So it'll be weekly or monthly. And there will also be an additional live stream that I'm probably eyeing at Tuesday and any other free day that I get off, or if I'm off early enough to do something of the like. So, lots of stuff is getting ready to happen. I'm getting ready to be a lot busier, but I'm going to be a lot busier over here as well because I refuse to not invest as much in myself as I do in other people's business. So, you guys are about to be seeing me a little bit more, and I hope you're excited about it because it's going to be awesome. With that said, Merry Christmas. I hope you guys, obviously, consumer holiday. I'm not even going to say I hope you didn't fumble the bag. I know you all fumbled the bag. But now we are recovering from fumbling the bag. So let's get to it. We're focused, we're dialed in, and we're goal-oriented on making next year the best year of our lives. We don't want to get rich by ourselves. This is your boy, Reckless Ray, signing out.